Waste Management wants neighbors to bring their garbage out to Chocolate Road. But for the elderly who live on roads like Quid Lane, they have to trek through all this mud just to get here. Well, you can see that this area has been blocked off. I'm right across the street from the Smithridge Plaza, where the Trader Joe's, CVS, Jack in the Box, very popular area for people to be around right now. What we do know so far is that 3 men were involved in the shooting. 2 of them were victims, and 1 of them was a suspect. This is the same area where a woman was shot and killed just a few weeks ago, just right around where those cop cars are. The wind is picking up, so there's definitely a chill in the air. I'm wearing gloves and I'm still cold. You can see that the entire street has been flooded. Emergency crews have already arrived trying to clear out the area. One of the biggest hazards cleanup crews find around these campsites are needles. Sometimes they fill 2 to 3 of these sharp containers per site. Police say the man waits for the young girls to go to and from school, approaches them, and exposes himself. Sarah, I'm riding on one of the buses, making the last few stops on Route 2 before completely shutting down for the rest of the night. Now, this is after the most recent incident last night on Rock Boulevard and York Way when someone shot the bus, shattering the glass. Pat, this is the perfect workout for moms and dad on the go. Now, I only have 2 with me right now. Just imagine having 130 more of these on your body.
There was an officer involved shooting with the suspect.
We had a pretty significant attic fire and a lot of collapse.
2 separate incidents.
Everybody's been accounted for.
One area completely blocked off.
We believe that there's a relation between the 2, but we're still working on, what the exact origin of the fire is.
The connection still unclear, but curious neighbors start to gather outside, trying to piece it together as Reno police and Washoe County deputies swarm Grove Street from Yory to Rondell Ways. A deputy says 3 men were involved in a shooting outside the 7-Eleven. 1, a shooter shot by Reno police, and the 2, his victims. When police arrived, a building across the street burst into flames, sending black smoke into the air, visible to areas as far as Sparks.
It was an uncertain situation, possible shots fired. Our crews stood by, waited for the police to clear the scene.
Instead of tackling the fire, firefighters protected surrounding areas from the flames as the SWAT team tries to clear the multi-unit building.
Because of the delay in getting into the building, we had a pretty significant attic fire and a lot of collapse. So it's taking us some time to kind of chase the fire around and get the last little bits of it.
It's unclear how many people lived in the building, but no one was inside during the fire.
Right now it's uninhabitable. We still have the walls standing and it's pretty much the attic.
All 3 men were taken to the hospital where the shooter died.
This does appear to be an isolated incident. There does not appear to be an ongoing threat to the public.
And because this is an officer-involved shooting involving the Reno police, the Washoe County Sheriff's Office will be taking over the investigation, and the officers involved in the shooting will be on paid administrative leave as per protocol. Reporting on Grove Street in Reno, Catherine Van, KOLO 8 News Now. On the corner of Deer Street and Steelhead Avenue is a church hundreds call home.
It's really tight. Whenever everybody needs something, that's the place to go.
For some, it's the only church they've known their entire lives.
I was baptized there and also grew up here in the community.
So when vandals attack the heart of the church community, like they did on Valentine's Day, it brings out emotions members don't quite understand.
I'm very strong Catholic. This is just super offending to me.
You shouldn't do anything like that, even if it's out of anger. It's just not acceptable to anybody.
The head and fingers broken off, the paint from the last attack burned onto the marble. The Virgin Mary statue stands as a target once again.
I was taught to always go pray there, and every time we go by it, we go and pray. So it's pretty sad. I can't believe somebody would do something to that.
Last September, vandals spray painted the statue and the plaque under it. Investigators believe it's linked to a hate crime of church vandalism that spanned from last April to September, targeting churches in Incline Village, Kings Beach, and Tahoe City. Members of the church fear the crime may be escalating.
And it just keeps on happening, and I don't understand why.
Now every Sunday at church, members are constantly reminded of the hatred that has come to their small community.
You can't go and cause harm to other people's religions just because you don't believe it.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office is working with the FBI on this ongoing investigation. They are offering a $1,000 reward for any tips leading to an arrest. If you have any information about these crimes, please contact the Placer County Crime Stoppers. In Kings Beach, Catherine Van, KOLO 8 News Now.
This is his favorite. He'll bug me all day long if I tug a war.
But unlike other dogs, In this game, Rocco will drag you across the floor.
We didn't realize he was going to be so big. We didn't know what we were doing. It was like, oh my God, is this a Dane or is this half pony? Like, what's going on here?
At just 2 years old, he stands at 40 inches from his paw to shoulder.
I'm 6 feet and he's got a foot on me.
He's definitely no lap dog, though he may think otherwise.
He thinks he's a chihuahua or something. He thinks he's only head, just a floating head.
Rocco is Nicholas and Jessica's first Great Dane.
Who's my guy?
Not knowing what to expect, they realized he was big even at a young age.
He was about the size of maybe a 6-month-old lab at 8 weeks.
And he hasn't stopped growing since.
He sprouted like a weed. Like, it was no joke. Next morning, his collar was tighter and he was half an inch taller. Like, it happened numerous times.
At this rate, he may sprout his way into the record books. They are making a bid to the Guinness Book of World Records to document Rocco as the tallest living dog.
If there's a bigger dog, I would like to see it. I mean, it's kind of nice to connect with other people who have an abnormally large dog.
A freakishly large Dane.
Aside from his size, this 160-pound pup is full of character. Almost human-like.
He'll cry at the TV if like an animal is being hurt on a documentary or something. He gets really upset. He's weird. I think he's more emotionally connected than normal dogs.
While Jessica and Nicholas wait to hear back from the record book, they're keeping him in tip-top shape.
He's growing at a proper rate, healthy as can be. Heart's good, stomach's good, he's in good health.
After all, always being the center of attention can be tiring. In Sparks, Catherine Van, KOLO News Now.